When it comes to Chef Peter Kwong's philosophy on culinary education, he emphasizes three fundamentals: sharing, caring, and loving. Indeed, for the St. Croix Falls-based chef, educator, and consultant, cooking is much more than a profession. It's an experiential art form. I caught up with Kwong at his most recent class on the 5 mother sauces of French cuisine, hosted at Bluff Country Co-op. We discussed his passion for cooking, his journey as a chef, and the art of French cuisine. I'm Willard Huyck. On this episode of Culture Clique, we get cookin'. Stick around.
Creating cultural awareness and understanding. This is Culture Clique. Culture Clique is written and produced by KQAL FM on the campus of Winona State University.
Good evening. Can I have your attention for a second? So you don't mind, my name is Peter Kwong.
Watching Chef Peter Kwong teach a class on the 5 mother sauces of French cuisine, it is clear he enjoys interacting with his students.
Tonight, we're doing a French mother sauces. What do you like about French cooking? Main thing is the sauce. If you can master the sauce, you got it. Making the crepes is easy, but it's a sauce on top. You go, ooh, okay?
These mother sauces, as they're called, are considered to be fundamental components of French cooking. So in a nutshell, tell me a little bit about what you taught here today.
I did some French cooking with 5 basic mother sauces. And then when you can master those 5 sauces, you can pretty much do anything. And my philosophy is make it easy and simple. So when I show everybody what I cook with, they go, this is it? I go, yeah, this is it. Okay.
Tell me a little bit more about the mother sauce's significance. If I understand correctly, they're important to French cuisine, especially, is that right?
If you can master these 5 sauces, you can pretty much cook anything. The main thing to do is have a nice roux, which is a mixture of flour and butter. Heat up the butter and then put flour in it until it's really thick, and that could be your base to thicken your different sauces. I do the bechamel tonight, which is a creamy white sauce, and I did the velouté, which is a velvety light sauce with extra flavor. Sauce tomate, which I didn't do, is a creamy tomato sauce. But we did an espagnole, which is a brown sauce and is originated from Spain.
Out of the 5 basic, is there any reason you chose these 3? Are they especially important, or is it just 3 that...
Actually, they're easy and simple to make. Hollandaise sauce, it takes a lot of patience and also a lot of experience. So this is a first class. I don't want to make them go, oh my gosh, it's so hard. So the 3 basic sauces, actually, everybody comes out here and take turns. And they made it, and I go, this is great. I go, yeah, this is it.
Why would it be important for cooks of any skill level to know these sauces?
Well, most of the people just cook and follow recipes. The steam, the bake, the fry, the braise. But the French cooking is more unique because once you master these basic skills, you can go nuts. You can make soup with that. You can put on top of vegetables, meat, make soup. So the possibilities is endless, and that's why I picked the 3 easy, simple, like French cooking 101.
French cuisine is very kind of unique because it's surrounded by all these other European countries that all have their own unique influence and culture. Could you touch a little bit more on what makes French cuisine so unique?
Basically, every country's cooking style is unique because they have a lot of influence from neighboring country. And then, based on their own, they absorb the other countries and they become their own. Like the Espanol sauce, Espanol is Spanish, because France is close to Spain and Portugal and Italy. So everybody kind of steal from each other, so to speak. But again, cooking is no limit. You take someone's and you add on whatever you feel like, and you become your own. And after tonight, I think the students pretty much go, "Can I add this to this?" I go, "Yeah, absolutely." Like the basic the bechamel, if you add cheese, it becomes a cheese sauce. If you add some lemon and capers, it becomes a totally different animal. But the list can go on and on. It's like bartending. I teach a bartending class based on the vodka, gin, tequila, rum, whatever. You can make billions and billions of drinks. This is pretty much all the ingredients. Okay, butter, gotta need lots of butter. And then flour, and then a half and half, which is cream, and then chicken base, beef base, whatever you have, white wine and red wine. We cannot drink it because they don't have the license, but at least I won't drink it too, so don't drive me crazy. So with all that, you ready to start?
Peter began his career in culinary arts, as many do, by accident.
I came from Hong Kong, came for the college, and I never really worked in Hong Kong per se, kind of spoiled. But then, to supplement my college income, I started working in a restaurant as a dishwasher. So, and I like it. I got promoted to be a line cook, to be a prep cook, and later on to be a bartender, a waiter, manager, and I just love the business. So I kind of stayed with that, and I'm getting pretty good. I was they called it a troubleshooter. They can help the different restaurants find out what the problems are and help them solve it. So working on that, I became a restaurant consultant, and just keep evolving. And I love to teach, and I became an adjunct professor in a culinary school, and I do different demonstrations and different like co-op here, farmers market. Different places that can promote the cooking, and I loved it. So we moved up here 3 years ago from Milwaukee, and end up that I'm teaching everywhere right now.
Something that I thought of while you're telling me your story, did you come to the United States with the intention of getting into hospitality and cooking, or is that something you discovered once you were here?
Oh, that evolved. My major is business management and marketing, but somehow I get in restaurants, but I still use a lot of what I learned from college, like marketing, management, all those kind of make myself better and better. So now I can teach Chinese, Italian, Mexican, anywhere.
Yeah. So that leads to my next question. Obviously, a big component of your work is teaching and education. Who and where do you typically teach? It sounds like you do some classes at schools, and you do some more community stuff like this. What kind of venues and people do you usually teach?
Well, somehow I got involved with a community education program. I started with one school, and somehow they loved me, and they told everybody about me teaching a class. So I live in St. Croix Falls, but I teach in River Falls, I teach in Rice Lake, I teach in Cumberland, Spooner, all different community education programs. They just call me, and when they call, I said, sure, I'll do it. And now I'm just teaching over, like co-op. I've never heard of this before, but I said I love it. Everybody enjoy the class too. That makes me happy.
Do you have a particular philosophy when it comes to teaching?
Yes, absolutely. Teaching, number one, is going to be fun. As you can tell tonight, everybody have fun. And number two, I would like everybody to take what they have learned from me and do something for themselves or their friends or their family. To me, it's like sharing, caring, and loving. That's part of cooking.
What draws you to cooking? What about it interests you?
The caring and sharing part. When I hear people go, "Oh my God, I love it. This is so easy and simple and so tasty," I said, "Can you do it?" And all of them said, "Yes, I can." So I want to see how what they've done next time I see them.
It sounds like your skill set is very diverse. You can cook all types of food, from around the world. Is there one type of food in particular that you prefer? Is there one thing that you would say is your specialty?
Of course, being Chinese, I love to cook Chinese food, but I find it most interesting and rewarding. I cook the Italian class. I cook all different kinds of food, but the bottom line is people really enjoyed it, and they can duplicate it to share with the family. Okay, and to me, that's the most fun part. Okay, my biggest comfort and reward is when the students get done learning my class, and later on I got a text and go, "Oh, wow, a lot of nice pictures of food and whatever." I go, "Wow," and then I'll text back, "Who is this?" And they said, "Oh, this is Lauren. I took your Chinese 101 class last week, and I cooked this for my family." And I said, "Oh, wow, that's great." And then what she said just warmed my heart. Is that my father-in-law doesn't like Chinese food. He had 3 helpings. So to me, it's like, wow. Over and over, I got texts because I'll give you my business cards, of course. Just don't call me after 10. I'll be in bed.
In addition to his work as a chef and educator, Kwong recently published his first book. Titled Walk and Roll, the book is a collection of Kwong's local newspaper columns, recipes, and memories.
I always want to write a memoir and cookbook after I retire. Well, I try to retire, but I'm busier now than I ever have been. So, but the first draft, I wrote it, and I let a good friend who is an English professor. She read it, and then she said, "Peter, there's a lot of good stuff, but," and the "but," that's what hit me. They said, "You're over the place. You're not telling a story. When you write, you should just write so the readers can follow." So that was when I was thinking, I need help. So I took a writing class, and the writing class works well. And then one day, the instructor said, "Hey, class, the local paper is looking for a feeler." It was Thanksgiving, and they have a blank spot that they want to fill. And then who will be interested in writing an article for them to be a filler? And I said, "Well, I volunteer." I said, "Oh, okay, I'll do." So I wrote something totally unique, crazy, and different. Since I love to cook, I wrote about making pot stickers, which is like a dumpling. But since it was Thanksgiving, I wrote recipes that make pot stickers with turkey. And everybody liked it. And 3 days later, I got a call from the editor. He said, "Peter, I like your article. Would you be interested in keep writing a column for us every week?" I said, "You're crazy. This takes a lot of time." But I said, "Well, why not?" And that's how this venture started. And this Walk and Roll book is about, 2 years of work. Again, the editor called me last March. He said, "Peter, a lot of readers call me. They love your column. Can you put all this column together and make a book?" I said, "You're crazy. People read the column already. Why would they do that?" They said, No. It's like a keepsake because you have a lot of funny jokes, a lot of recipes, drinks. Like I love wine, so I have 2 chapters on just how to enjoy wine, and a lot of my philosophies. I pretty much sum up that I really enjoy life and sharing my passion with others.
Peter concluded the class by performing This Land Is Your Land on his ukulele. Thank you to Peter Kwong for joining us on this episode of Culture Clique. More information on Peter and his book can be found at phkwong.com. An additional thank you to Bluff Country Co-op for their cooperation in making this program possible. An archive of today's show or any other episode of Culture Clique can be found at kqal.org under the Media tab. I'm Willard Huyck. Thanks for listening.
This land was made for you and me. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate it.
Creating cultural awareness and understanding. You've been listening to Culture Clique. Support for Culture Clique is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund. Culture Clique is produced by KQAL-FM on the campus of Winona State University. For more information, look us up on the web at kqal.org. And thanks for listening to Culture Clique.
Do you want to know about all things Winona and the surrounding area? Tune in to Culture Clique Thursdays at 12:30 right here on 89.5 KQAL. Culture Clique is made possible by a grant from the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund.